Hey everybody, this is GGB. We're getting into the third quarter of action of our first divisional round game. And yeah, Zachary Taylor's excited. He's hype, as he should be. He should be hype. His team's up by 17 points entering the third quarter. But the AAC Jaguars defense, I'll give them some serious credit. They started off the game not great. Not great at all. They went down 24-3 really quickly, and it was going to quickly become 31-3. But the defense, huge turnover, and returned it all the way back for a touchdown. Not to mention the next possession, they force a punt, and then they force a field goal in the last possession of the game. I mean, you could not have played that. The defense for the AAC Jaguars has played about as well as you could physically expect them to after the second quarter. The AAC Jaguars offense has put a grand total of 3 points on the board. And honestly, those 3 points was because of a turnover. So really, the AAC Jaguars defense has put up about 0 points because both the touchdown and the field goal really directly came from turnovers by the defense. So the offense has to be better. Shotgun here for Case Keenum. Takes the snap. They bring a blitz, and it was a screen pass, and he's going to get sacked. Once again, 5th sack of the game. Count 5 sacks for Chase Young. If J.J. Watt never comes back into this game, it's going to suck if you're a Big Ten Bengals fan, because the fact is you could lose him for maybe the next game if you make a pass here, and that would be bad. But right now, Chase Young is playing. I mean, it's not super bad. Chase Young's a really great player, but suddenly your depth not as strong as it used to be. But Chase Young, count him, 5 sacks in this game so far, easily playing like the best person on the defense, even though he's not even supposed to be starting right now. Great defensive line. Look at that. Shotgun here for Case Keenum. 2 tight end set. Takes the snap. 4-man rush. He has time. Eventually pressured. He throws it underneath to Akins, I believe. He picks up about 3 yards, making it a 3rd and 12. And Tom Brady's excited because he could very easily be on that football field really quickly. 3rd and 12 coming up. Eventual pressure coming off the edge by Cam Hayward. The offensive line can only last so long. If you are the AAC Jaguars offensive line, you're going up against 4 elite pass rushers. It's going to be difficult to stop all of them. So you're going to have to try. Shotgun here for Case Keenum. They bring a blitz. He has Tommy, fires, and incomplete. Trying to go after Cortland Sutton, I believe, and it's inaccurate, and you're going to have to punt this ball away. And that's a rough way to start out the half, right? Right before halftime, you had a chance to maybe make it a one-possession game. Instead, you decide to kick a 60-yard field goal. You miss it, obviously, and you grade them great field position to go and get a field goal, make it a 3-possession game before halftime, and suddenly you're putting your defense in some pretty horrible position. Morstead punts this ball away. Great punt, by the way, by Morstead. Going to get it all the way back to the 26-yard line. So great punt by Morstead to kind of flip the field or whatever. Still pretty solid field position for the Big Ten Bengals. And Tom Brady goes back onto the field. And he was having a killer half until the AAC Jaguars figured out how to play some defense against him. Hopefully, if you're a Big Ten Bengals fan, they went into halftime. They figured out what the AAC Jaguars are doing, and maybe they'll attack them that way. But, again, the defense is the reason that they're only down by 17 points right now. 2 tight end set here under center is Tom Brady. Takes snaps, going to be a pass play. He has some time. He fires underneath to George Kittle. George Kittle's going to fight his way for about 11-yard gain and the first down for George Kittle. And George Kittle is by far Tom Brady's favorite target out here. It's not even close. George Kittle has been getting consistently open, and he's consistently run through the tackles. And if I am Tom Brady, George Kittle is the man I trust the most with this football. And there's no way anyone else is going to be stopping me from getting him the ball. Under center here is Tom Brady, 2 tight end set. He takes snap, handoff to Jonathan Taylor, and Jonathan Taylor's really going nowhere today. He is really spinning his wheels and coming up with nothing here. 2nd and 9, only a 1-yard gain on that play. I understand if you're the Big Ten Bengals, you have to keep trying to get the run game involved. Why they're not trying to get Zeke more involved is beyond me. He has easily been the most productive player. Under center here, trips to the bottom of the set is Tom Brady. He's going to bring Godwin in motion and go handoff again to JT. JT's going to make a move, though, and he has some running room. He might be gone. Oh, tripped up. Great tackle there made by Shaquille Griffin to save the touchdown. But first big play for Jonathan Taylor of the day. They had a chance to tackle him short of that first down marker, and he ended up making a great play. And he ends up, if Shaquille Griffin doesn't make that tackle, that ankles tackle, then he's gone. That would be a touchdown for Jonathan Taylor. First big play of the day, though, for Jonathan Taylor. Maybe that'll pop him free. Shotgun here, trips to the top of the set. Looks like possibly a 5-man rush. So they bet they drop one guy out. They go 4-man, and miscommunication between George Kittle and Tom Brady results in an incomplete pass. Brings up a 2nd and 10. And if you are the Jaguars, AAC Jaguars, you just got to hope that you can force a field goal here. Maybe a turnover of some sort. It's really the only way you can win this game is your defense is going to have to win it because the offense is not playing well right now. Shotgun here for Tom Brady, trips to the top of the set. He takes the snap, looks like a 4-man rush. He fires it. It's going to be completed to Chris Godwin. Gets to about the 19-yard line. Chris Godwin having a phenomenal day. Not something I expected to say today. I was expecting to talk more about Michael Thomas and Stephon Diggs. But Chris Godwin has really taken his role as slot receiver and done a great job with it today. Him and George Kittle have been the go-to targets for Tom Brady so far. Under center here is Tom Brady, 2 tight ends set. They're going to go handoff up the middle to JT, and he is going nowhere. Again, he's had one solid rush, but other than that, it's really been him going nowhere mostly today. Great run defense by the AAC Jaguars. Just the pass defense has not been doing great here. And the pass rush has been inconsistent, to say the very least. 2nd and 8 coming up. 2 tight ends set for the AAC Jaguars. Understand is Tom Brady. They're going to hand off to the outside to JT. He makes a move, and he's going to walk in for that touchdown. Great move by Jonathan Taylor. And he has been unlocked. Actually, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's Jonathan Taylor. Never mind. And he's been unlocked in the zone. And suddenly, if you're the AAC Jaguars, you're down by 24 points. That's a 3-possession game, still theoretically speaking. But the fact is, you're going to need 3 touchdowns and 3 2-point conversions to even tie the game. And you're going to hope the Big Ten Bengals can do nothing on offense. By the way, that's taunting, refs. If you're going to call the Bears guy for taunting by looking at the sideline, then you're going to need to call that for taunting. Kick is up and good by Robbie Gould. And they take a 24-point lead here. It's a big, big possession for the Big Ten Bengals. And that was a rough one for the AAC Jaguars. Your offense coming out of halftime, chance to make it a 10-point game maybe. Instead, they spin their wheels, go nowhere, punt the ball away. Your defense struggles, to say the very least. It struggled. It did not do a good job in trying to stop them. And here's where we go. We could have our first lingering injury, though, of this playoffs in J.J. Watt. J.J. Watt might be out for multiple games now if the Big Ten Bengals make it past here. The AAC Jaguars are somewhat of a comeback kid, so we'll see if they can pull off this comeback. It would be rather massive, but it's got to start here. It's got to start somewhere, and it's got to start with you, Case. Your offense has been bad, to say the very least. All 10 points have really come off your defense getting big turnovers in big crucial moments. You have to be better, Case Keenum. You have to be. If you want to win this game, you want to send your team maybe to a conference championship, you're going to have to play better. Empty set here for Case Keenum. Looks like possibly a 4-man rush for the Big Ten. It is a 4-man rush. He has some time here. He fires it. That's almost intercepted. Almost picked off there is Case Keenum. And Case Keenum right now has been stumped by this defense. And you're just watching this Big Ten team, and you're looking forward. You're a team like the SEC, the ACC, Pac-12, FCS Division II, Division III, Big 12, team that expects to win a conference championship or a championship. This defense looks really tough, and Already it's 3rd and 10 for this team. You got to figure something out if you're the AAC Jaguars. You need something to, like, even the scores a little bit. Make it a little bit closer here. You need something going on offense. Right now you have nothing going on offense. You've been able to accomplish really very little on the offensive side of the ball. You need some points on this drive. Shotgun here for Case Keenum. He takes the snap. 4-man rush. He fires it over the middle. It's going to be caught by Travis Kelce. And finally, you got something on offense. That looked like it might be another punt scenario. And Travis Kelce, he gets a first down. It's only 4th catch of the ballgame for 40 yards. Obviously not using him as much as you would like to. If you are an AAC Jaguars fan, the Big Ten Bengals has done a phenomenal job of stopping him. Big Ten Bengals have done a great job of stopping Travis Kelce and Courtland Sutton. My question is, when they face the SEC in that elite receiving core, can they really, if they get there? The fact is, it might never happen. And the only way it would happen is in the championship game. It would be the 1 versus the 2 seed. That's never happened before, so probably won't. Empty set here, trips to the bottom of the set, shotgun, Case Keenum. He takes a snap. He's going to go quarterback draw. And that obviously didn't work. Just no idea what is happening in Urban Meyer's mind. I understand that in real life, that would be Trevor Lawrence running that play, and Trevor Lawrence is a lot more mobile than Case Keenum. But the fact is, you have a quarterback named Case Keenum. He's not running the football. At least he's not running quarterback draws. It's a bad choice done 1st and 10. It puts you behind the sticks. It's a weird choice. Shotgun here for Case Keenum. Takes the snap. 4-man rush. He fires it over the middle to Travis Kelce, and he picks up the first down. You know what I was saying earlier, rely on Travis Kelce? It's because of this. This is why you should rely on Travis Kelce, everyone. He's so good. He's a good player. And if you want to win football games, especially this one, you have to rely on your best players. Empty set once again for Case Keenum. Trips to the top of the set. Takes the snap. 4-man rush. He has some time before he's pressured. He has plenty of time, but he's not throwing. He throws the ball, and it's going to be complete. What great protection. I'd like to just take a second and admire the offensive line's ability to hold 4 elite defensive linemen. Not 4 okay defensive linemen or 2 great defensive linemen and 2 okay ones. 4 literally great defensive linemen. We're talking about Cam Hayward, Chase Young, TJ Watt, players like that coming off the edge every down. And in that down, they held him for so long that Jordan Akins could get open. What blocking by that offensive line. Great blocking. Brings up a 1st and 10, though. 31-yard line. Shotgun is Case Keenum. Takes the snap. He's going to hand off up the middle. Pollard's able to run and force his way for about a 7-yard gain. Again, Pollard hasn't had the best day on the ground. They really haven't gone to him much because they've been down by so much. But, I mean, he's working hard whenever he does get the ball. Antonio Gibson's name I haven't called a lot either. They've really been relying on the pass with Case Keenum. And right now they really have to. Shotgun for Case Keenum, 2nd and 3. Tony Pollard lined up directly behind him. He takes the snap, handoff to Pollard. Pollard's going to run really nowhere. Gets about a yard on that play. Brings up a 3rd and 2. Interesting choice here. Do you try and run it and stuff it up the middle? This is probably 2-down territory. At this point in the game, down by 24. You kind of need a touchdown here. They go spread here, though. 2 tight end set here, 1 on the line. Shotgun Case Keenum. They're going to hand off to Tony Pollard. Tony Pollard's going to force him away for a first down, 4-yard gain. Great run there by Tony Pollard. Brings up a 1st and 10. 19-yard line in the red zone. I think for the first time in the game for this team. I think they're in the red zone for the first time. So here they go. Great chance to at least even the score a little bit. And good job getting your defense some rest. I understand they had entire halftime with rest, but they hadn't gotten rest in a while before that. So this is good to have some rest here before putting yourselves back on the field. Empty set again for Case Keenum. 4-man rush. He has time, keeps backing up, and he's eventually going to get sacked. That's the fact. Quan Jones actually in there for the sack that time. The fact is you can't just buy time forever. Eventually, if no one's there, you either have to scramble out of the pocket or throw the ball away, Case. You can't expect your offensive line to hold for that long. You just can't. You got lucky one time. It doesn't mean it's going to happen every time. That wasn't even their best pass rushing formation. That was just their normal DTs and Sebastian Joseph Day and DeQuan Jones working on the guards. So it just shows you how impressive that holding for that long on that other play was. Shotgun again for Case Keenum. You need 20 yards for the first down. He takes the snap, handoff to Tony Pollard. That's Antonio Gibson. He's going to get about 3 yards. Bring it up about 3rd and 17. And you can take the field goal here. A field goal at least makes it, it's still a 3-possession game, but it's a lot easier of a 3-possession game. Just can't take a sack here by Case. Getting it closer would be very helpful to Matt Prater. Matt Prater had struggles in this game, but it was a 60-yarder, but still. 3rd and 17 coming up. Shotgun for Case. Takes the snap. 4-man rush. He has some time here. Eventually going to be pressured. He throws it, though. Gets it to Cole Beasley. That's a 4th and short. I got 15 of those yards. It's a 4th and 2. And what do? You're down by 24 points. Do you take the field goal? Make it a 21-point game? Or do you go for this? I go for this. Personally speaking, I go for this. Cole Beasley got you 15 yards. Of the 17 you needed, 4th and 2, I rely on my tight end and Travis Kelce to get open, and I rely on Cole Beasley, maybe on a slant. They're going to go for it. I like this move. I don't like running it here, but I like this move. Shotgun here for Case Keenum. 4-man rush. He fires quickly. That's going to be a touchdown, and that's why you go for it there. Cole Beasley has shown the ability to get open in these types of situations, and you have a big body in Travis Kelce, plus you're down by 24 points. You go for that there. That's a smart move, and I like it by the AAC Jaguars. At least gets it a little bit closer. Now, the real question is, do you go for 2? Is this too early to try and make it a 2-possession game? You just take the field goal and make it a, it was a 24-point game, a 15-point game. It would be a 17-point game. Just make it a 17-point game. They're going to go for it here. This is an interesting call, and I'm debating it back and forth. Shotgun here for Case Keenum. They're going to go hand off to Tony Pollard, and he's going to get tackled well short of that first down marker. I don't like that call, to be sure. I was debating. I was iffy on the call to go for it. I know for a fact I would not have run it from shotgun with Tony Pollard, especially an inside zone like that. That was not going to work ever, especially when you saw that they were bringing the blitz. Great play, by the way, by Sebastian Joseph Day. If Sebastian Joseph Day is not there, the man out of Rutgers, then that could easily be a touchdown. Not a touchdown, a 2-point conversion. But I personally go past there. You've been passing your way down the entire field. I would have faith. Case just converted a 4th and 2 for a touchdown. So I would have faith in Case to throw that ball. Plus, you have a big body tight end like Travis Kelce near the goal line. You have a slot guy like Cole Beasley. There's a lot of reasons to throw it in that situation instead of run it. Plus, Pollard's a dynamic passing threat as well. While he hasn't been used, he can be used in the passing game, or you could put Gibson in the passing game, and he can get it in the end zone. It's just an interesting call there. I don't really like it. By the way, JT's stats are very much skewed. He's had 2 good runs. Every other run he's had has been stuff. So 14 of the 16 runs have been bad. Just 2 of them have been pretty good. 1st and 10 coming up at the 25-yard line. 5.5 minutes left to go in the third. Still a 3-possession game for the AAC Jaguars, but 18 seems a lot more overcomable for some reason than 24. Under center here is Tom Brady. He's going to go hand off to Jonathan Taylor. He has some running room, but he's going to get tackled for only about a 4-yard gain. Again, Jonathan Taylor has not been killing it in this game, and to act like he is would be foolish. Now, Tom Brady has been absolutely murdering this AAC Jaguars defense. In your AAC Jaguars defense, you desperately need to stop. Your offense has finally put up any points on the board. You need to repay that by a stop. Shotgun here for Tom Brady. They're going to go run once again with Jonathan Taylor, and Jonathan Taylor is going to force his way for about a 4-yard gain, and it's going to be a 3rd and 2 coming up here. Probably hand off to Jonathan Taylor again or Ezekiel Elliott. Either way, both those guys have been Jonathan Taylor right now is running really hard because of his superstar X Factor ability. So maybe you do that. Maybe you... Oh, actually, empty set here. So empty set. Probably Michael Thomas on the slant, if I'm going to be honest. They bring a four-man rush. Fires it quickly to Chris Godwin on the slant. It's a different person on the slant, but I got the route right. Brings it all the way down to the 50-yard line. So, AAC Jaguars, by the way, you desperately need to stop. You do need a stop here. Your offense finally got something going, some semblance of competency. And you need to stop. You just need to, guys. You need to get the stop here. This is a big down. This is a big series of downs for you guys. Shotgun here for Tom Brady. 2 tight end set. They're going to go pass once again. They bring a blitz, but he throws into the slant with Stephon Diggs, gets down to the 32-yard line. And right off the bat, you probably have a field goal in your back pocket, the 47-yarder. You did a good job on the drive, Case. You do not need to yell, okay? You did a good job. It's your defense right now that's letting you down. Which is weird because the defense has really been the stronger unit so far in this game. At halftime, I guess they figured out how they were playing defense, and they kind of stopped them. First and 10, though, from the 32-yard line, you need a stop. I don't know what else to say. 2 tight end set here. Under center is Tom Brady. JT's behind him. He's going to go pass here once again. He has some time. He fires it underneath. That's going to be caught by Michael Thomas. Brings up a 2nd and 3 from the 26-yard line. Michael Thomas, 4th catch of the ballgame for 55 yards. Great play made there by Tom Brady, finding the open man. Fact is, he has his X factor, and it's going to be really hard to get rid of that X factor. You're going to have to make a serious mistake here if you're the AAC Jaguars. You got to force a turnover somehow, some way. Trips to the top of the set. Tom Brady under center, JT directly behind him. They're going to go pass here. He has some time. He fires underneath. That's going to be caught by Michael Thomas, I want to say. Either that or Chris Godwin. It was Chris Godwin. Chris Godwin has been their most productive receiver here today. A.J. Boye there with the tackle. And you can't let him get in the end zone if you're the AAC Jaguars. And you have any hope of winning this game, you need a somewhat of a stop. You need to stop them from getting a touchdown. A field goal is fine. They're going to go handoff, and Ezekiel Elliott has some running room. He's going to go all the way down to the 8-yard line. Another good run by Zeke. Zeke has been killing it, but only has 3 carries on the game. But he has 25 yards. Means he's averaging about a little under 9 yards per carry, which is pretty great for your running back. Zeke has not had the ball enough in his hands, in my opinion. Jonathan Taylor has had the ball too much in his hands, in my opinion. Brings it down to the 8-yard line. If you're AAC Jags, you need a goal line stop. This is where you need to buckle up. You need to force a goal line stop, which is hard because all 4 of these guys are great by the goal line. Shotgun here for Tom Brady. He takes the ball. He hands it off to Zeke, and Zeke's going to get stuffed. Great play made on there by the edge by, I believe, Eric Wilson there with the tackle. Actually, Zaven Collins. I'm sorry. Zaven Collins and Eric Wilson have both been sharing snaps at middle linebacker. They're both the same overall, so expect to see both those guys a lot in the 4th. Brings a 2nd and goal. Shotgun from the 7-yard line. Good stop there by Zaven Collins. He takes the snap. Tom Brady has time. He fires it, and it's going to be caught just short of the goal line at the 1-yard line by George Kittle. Brings up a 3rd and goal from the 1. And if you're the AAC Jags, you need to bring your goal line defense out here, and you need to stuff them near the goal line. You cannot let Zeke or JT just run this ball into the end zone. You desperately need to stop here. Tom Brady under center. They're going to go pass, actually, here. And he's going to get sacked. Oh, great play made there by Ed Oliver. Kind of looked like a fumble, if I'm going to be honest. But 4th and goal from the 5-yard line. They're going to force a field goal. And instead of being an 18-point game, it'll be a 21-point game again. So still a 3-possession game, but if you had let up the touchdown, it really would have likely been over for the AAC Jags. At least there's some semblance of hope if you're the AAC Jags. And great play there made by Ed Oliver. You needed that, and you got it. So 1 minute, less than a minute left in the 3rd quarter of action. You're going to go field goal here with Robbie Gould. Kick is up, and it is good. And the Big Ten Bengals have taken a 21-point lead in the divisional round. And if you're the AAC Jaguars, you need what you did last drive was perfect. You need to have a very calm, very good drive down the field with Case Keenum, a lot of throws to Travis Kelce and Cole Beasley, and to get a touchdown at the end of it. You just need your defense to figure out how to stop this offense. This offense has been dynamic and really been great all game long. You need to figure out a way to stop that if you're the AAC Jaguars. Maybe get some pressure on them, bring them some unique blitzes, some corners off the edge, something to make Tom Brady seem uncomfortable in the pocket. Because right now he just seems super comfortable, and he's just picking this defense apart. You need to figure out a way to make him uncomfortable if you're the AAC Jags. But first things first, Case Keenum needs to go out here on the football field, and he needs to score a touchdown. And we're about to show a highlight of Chase Young sacking Case Keenum. Count them 5 times in this football game. Chase Young has had a killer game in every respect. Coming in for the injured J.J. Watt, he has played about as well as you could hope for if you're a Big Ten Bengals fan. It's unfortunate not to see J.J. Watt return. You got to hope that injury is not significant moving on to the next round. You could use J.J. Watt when you're facing teams like the ACC possibly next round. So, shotgun here for Case Keenum. Takes the snap. They're going to go hand off to Tony Pollard, Antonio Gibson, who's going to be quickly stuffed for about a 1-yard gain. And we'll probably have one more play of this third quarter, I would think. But you need a touchdown here if you're the AAC Jaguars, and the clock is ticking. 10 seconds left in the quarter before I say goodbye to you guys. 8 seconds. Takes the snap. He has some time. He fires it to an open Cole Beasley, but he misses him. 4 seconds left, actually, in the quarter. So we'll get one more play here. 3rd and 9. This is a big third down for the AAC Jaguars. You need to convert. If you want to keep this any semblance of hope to win in this game alive, you need this. Shotgun here for Case Keenum. Throw it to Kelce. Takes a snap. They bring a 4-man rush. He fires it deep to Cole Beasley, and he catches it. What a catch by Cole Beasley on the sideline to keep their hopes alive. Hey, everybody, this is GGB saying adios, amigos, and good luck to both these teams moving forward.